General Vextar had witnessed countless battles across the galaxy, but nothing had prepared him for the silence that now filled the command bridge. The Krillian warfleet had been advancing on the human colony of New Terra for 3 standard hours, their communications filled with the usual battle chatter, tactical updates, and the occasional human curse word that made the universal translators glitch. Then suddenly nothing. Communications officer, Vextar's mandibles clicked nervously. Confirm all human channels are operational. Lieutenant Zaratach, a young Altarian with luminescent skin, checked her panels twice. All channels open, General. The humans are... they're just not talking anymore. In the 17 years since humanity joined the Galactic Defense Coalition, this had never happened. Humans were notorious for their constant chatter during combat. Tactical discussions, morale-boosting jokes, creative profanity that expanded every species' vocabulary, and their strange habit of naming enemy ships ridiculous things like Big Ugly or Dave's Nightmare. The silence was unnerving. Commander Torres had been leading the human defense fleet with his typical blend of strategic brilliance and casual banter when the Krillian dreadnoughts entered the system. His last transmission, broadcast on all channels, had been characteristically human. "All right, people. Looks like these crystal heads brought their entire navy to our backyard barbecue. Let's show them how we party." That was 47 minutes ago. General, Zaratach's voice trembled slightly. The Krillian fleet is reporting anomalies. Vextar's compound eyes focused on the tactical display. The enemy formation, which had been advancing in perfect military precision, was beginning to fragment. Ships were dropping out of formation, their hulls showing massive breaches that seemed to appear from nowhere. "How are the humans doing this?" he muttered, studying the battlefield. "Their fleet is outnumbered 3-1. The answer came from an unexpected source. Admiral Karath, the Vortak observer attached to their command, slithered forward with an expression of deep concern on his reptilian features. "General," Karath hissed, "I believe we are witnessing a phenomenon my people encountered once before, during the siege of Gamma 7. The humans, they've stopped playing." "Playing?" Karath's scales darkened, a sign of fear among his species. Human combat behavior follows predictable patterns. They communicate constantly because they're coordinating, yes, but also because they're enjoying themselves. Combat, for humans, is partially recreational. They make jokes because they're not entirely serious. The implications hit Vextar like a plasma bolt. "You mean, when humans go quiet during combat," Karath continued, "it means they've stopped viewing it as a game. They've become focused. And a focused human is among the most terrifying entities in the known galaxy." As if to prove his point, another Krillian battleship simply vanished from the tactical display. No explosion, no debris field. One moment it was there, the next it wasn't. "How?" Zaratach whispered. Their answer came 12 minutes later when Commander Torres's voice finally crackled back over the communications array. His tone was completely different now. Cold, clinical, devoid of the warmth and humor that typically characterized human military communications. "Coalition Command, this is Torres. Krillian fleet has been neutralized. New Terra is secure. Human casualties, 0. Enemy survivors, 0. The bridge fell silent except for the soft humming of environmental systems. "Torres," Vextar managed. "How did you?" "Stealth mines, microsingularity generators, and some techniques we learned from watching Earth's hunting spiders. The Krillians brought a fleet to a war. We brought science." Torres paused. "Also, General, you might want to add a combat protocol to coalition databases." "What kind of protocol?" "Code Silent Predator. When human forces go quiet during combat operations, all allied forces should immediately withdraw to minimum safe distance and await further instructions." 3 weeks later, the Galactic Defense Coalition officially adopted Protocol Silent Predator. The alert triggered whenever human combat communications ceased for more than 30 minutes during active engagement. The protocol had only activated twice since then. Both times, enemy forces had simply disappeared.